Hey guys, this is going to be a work through of A Course in Miracles, the text, the workbook, manual for teachers. Uh, sort of spontaneous. We'll see how it goes. That I want to present it from my own perspective, my own several decades study, the deepening realization that it's bringing to my life right now, and any questions, any dialogue, feel free to leave it, and we'll go from there. Of course, A Course in Miracles is not meant for everyone, but if it's meant for you, I think you probably know it. I knew it from the start. I didn't want to know it from the start. I've had my battle. I think anyone who's been with the Course for a while will have stories, war stories of their battle with the Course. Let's start with lesson one. Nothing I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place, means anything. Now look slowly around you and practice applying this idea very specifically to whatever you see. This table does not mean anything. This chair does not mean anything. This hand does not mean anything. This foot does not mean anything. This pen does not mean anything. I'm surprised I made it past the first lesson. Then look further away from your immediate area and apply the idea to a wider range. That door does not mean anything. That body does not mean anything. That lamp does not mean anything. That sign does not mean anything. That shadow does not mean anything. It could be said that maybe the first 50 lessons, not quite 50, but definitely that first 30 or so, and then a few afterwards, is a path of negation, stripping yourself bare, figuring out what you are not so that you can finally start seeing what you are, who you are. But until you can do that, and I don't want to give anything away for those who might be new to the Course, but have courage. Allow yourself to be stripped. Allow yourself to see that none of this means anything. None of this. And as the Course continues, as lesson one continues, be indiscriminate in what you point out. Notice that these statements are not arranged in any order and make no allowance for differences in the kinds of things to which they are applied. That is the purpose of this exercise. The statement should merely be applied to anything you see. As you practice the idea for the day, use it totally indiscriminately. Do not attempt to apply it to everything you see. For these exercises should not be ritualistic. Only be sure that nothing you see is specifically excluded. One thing is like another as far as the application of the idea is concerned. This is important. Each of the first three lessons should not be done more than twice a day, preferably morning and evening, nor should they be attempted for more than a minute or so, unless that entails a sense of hurry. A comfortable sense of leisure is essential. So this was the entire lesson. I don't know as I will read each and every lesson in its entirety. Everything's going to be very spontaneous in how we do it. But I do want to work through the Course. I do want to, again, offer my own perspective as a running commentary as I read through it, and then maybe again afterwards. Lesson one, to me, has a very Zen-like feel and appeal to it. I think, even though, as I mentioned, I'm surprised they made it even to the first one past the title, Nothing I See in This Room, I can point out all kinds of things that have a great deal of meaning to me. And you expect me to hold it up and say that doesn't mean anything? And the answer is yes. We are expected to hold up anything that our eyes land on indiscriminately. And we don't need to believe it. We just need to say it. Nothing I see in this room, nothing, means anything. And you'll see shortly why that is so. And you'll also see shortly the great significance of why that is so. Because once the meaning that we have assigned to things is stripped away, we see them in all their glory for what they truly are. We'll get there. So, with that, guys, dive in. Pick up a copy of the course. Look for the course online. Come here. Let me know what you think. Blessings, my friend.